Let's see what criminal defense attorney Ryan Brown has to say about what we're hearing so far. Ryan, I want to know what you think about jurors who potentially have in their background an understanding of addiction or people who have dealt with suicidal thoughts. Do you think that's going to be more helpful to the prosecution or the defense in this case?
I think it's critical for the defense for two reasons. One is, if we can really develop the idea that suicide is something that's planned, or that you have to talk about it ahead of time, or to make any blanket statements like that, I think is incorrect. And that's going to be really important for the defense to say, just because he hasn't discussed suicide with someone previously doesn't mean that he didn't do it. And as well as connecting with the jurors on the drug use problem, it's possible that the defendant's a bad influence, but that doesn't mean that she killed him. And methamphetamine can cause completely erratic, irrational behavior, and that's important for the jury to know too. Like, just because it doesn't make sense doesn't mean that methamphetamine didn't cause that. Meth can cause very erratic behavior, including maybe self-harm. We've seen it before.
The prosecution has on direct here asked a couple times now, was he suicidal? Was he suicidal? We just heard it again here. How would you handle this witness on cross?
Yeah, I think it's important if we're gonna take the theory that we mentioned a minute ago, that you can't always predict suicide, which I certainly don't think you can, then I wouldn't even get into it with these witnesses about whether he was suicidal or not. It doesn't fit the defense theory if I'm helping here, if I'm defending this person. It's hey, he didn't have to discuss it. So once it's established, this witness says, no, he wasn't, in my opinion, I wouldn't go down that route, because then the jury is going to think that the defense needs this witness to say he was suicidal to give credence to their theory, and they don't. So I wouldn't even give the jury the opportunity to be like, oh, the defense really cares about whether this witness thinks they're suicidal or not. I'd skip it. I literally would not talk to this witness about it if it's been established on direct, which it sounds like it has, that this witness believes the victim was not suicidal.